Good morning, America. The White House race deadlocked one day before the big debate. Dead heat. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump gear up for their first face-to-face showdown. Harris off the trail, hunkered down in Pittsburgh, preparing for her first presidential debate. Trump's seventh. Former president held what he called a news conference but did not take a single question, complaining to reporters about all the women who have accused him of sexual misconduct over years, then traveling to battleground Wisconsin.
Thousands of people in California evacuating their homes as a massive wildfire burns through more than 20,000 acres. And bracing for Francine, the Gulf Coast on alert for a possible hurricane. Ginger tracking the latest.
Suspect on the run. The urgent search after a gunman opened fire along a busy highway in Kentucky. Local schools closed amid the dangerous situation.
Overnight, new details in the investigation into the deadly school shooting in Georgia. The 14-year-old shooter's mother spoke.
If I could take a break, I would in a heartbeat.
Plus, the family claiming she called the school to warn of an extreme emergency.
The father and son set to shine on the Emmys stage.
If I'm going to go down, I want to take somebody with me. So luckily, I've got my son here.
What surprises do Eugene and Dan Levy have for TV's Golden Night?
It's a level of bicker banter.
Plus, one-on-one with Aaron Rodgers on his highly anticipated return after his devastating injury.
It's been a tough year. It's probably been the best year of my life, though, at the same time.
Right before he takes the field for Monday Night Football.
Tell me what you gonna do to me.
And the star headlining the biggest show of the year, Kendrick Lamar, gearing up for the Super Bowl.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
This is Good Morning America. My, what a busy Monday morning we have here in Times Square. Ryan Seacrest, Vanna White, Venus Williams, and a whole lot more.
Yeah, we're going to get right, though, to the race for the White House. Kamala Harris, Donald Trump set to face off right there at the National Constitution Center in Philadelphia. Tomorrow night's debate could be the only debate between the two of them. Stakes are high. Race is so close. Want to start off with Rachel Scott there in Philadelphia. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning to you. We are just one day out from what is shaping up to be the most consequential moment of this campaign. Donald Trump, Vice President Kamala Harris, one-on-one in their first and likely only debate before the November election. And the stakes could not be higher with this race now locked in a dead heat. This morning, with the first presidential debate now just over 24 hours away, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris are preparing to come face to face for the first time.
Are you ready, Madam Vice President?
Ready. The vice president off the campaign trail, spending the last 4 days hunkered down in Pittsburgh doing highly choreographed mock debates. The former president isn't doing any of that, instead holding informal policy sessions with advisors. On Friday, he came before the cameras for an event billed as a news conference, but he didn't take a single question after appearing in court for oral arguments in his appeal of the E. Jean Carroll sexual abuse case. Trump wasn't required to show up for the hearing, but he chose to go, later complaining to reporters for nearly an hour about all the women who have accused him of sexual misconduct over the years, which he denies, and even repeating claims about Carroll that a jury already considered defamatory. Trump then traveling to battleground Wisconsin for a rally this weekend.
We're going to win Wisconsin. We're going to defeat Comrade Kamala Harris.
While Trump's advisors and allies have pushed him to stay focused on the issues, he still spent much of his time on stage ranting about his legal battles. The 90-minute debate will include 2 breaks, no opening statements, no audience in the room, no pre-written notes or huddling with staff during commercial breaks. Microphones will be muted when it's not the candidate's turn to speak, and Trump, who won the coin toss, will have the final word.
Is anybody going to be watching?
With the race neck and neck, Trump is vowing retribution if he wins a second term. In his most direct threat against those who administer elections, the former president insisting he would jail lawyers, political operatives, donors, illegal voters, and corrupt election officials, stating those involved in unscrupulous behavior will be sought out, caught, and prosecuted at levels unfortunately never seen before in our country. The reality, illegal voting is extremely rare. And just days ago on a podcast, Trump in a rare moment even acknowledged he lost the last election.
I was told if I got 63 million, which is what I got the first time, you would win. You can't not win. And I got millions of more votes than that. And lost by a whisker.
In response, Democratic election lawyer Mark Elias, who works with the Harris campaign, writing, "We won't let Donald Trump intimidate us. We won't let him suppress the vote. We won't let him subvert the election." That fear about democracy, shared by a handful of Republicans, including former Congresswoman Liz Cheney and her father, former Vice President Dick Cheney. A once unthinkable move, the conservative former vice president now endorsing Harris, saying Trump can never be trusted with power again.
You have many Republicans out there who are saying, well, we're not going to vote for him, but we will write someone else in. And I think that this time around, that's not enough, that it's important to actually cast a vote for Vice President Harris.
Trump is now here at Mar-a-Lago. He heads to Pennsylvania for the debate tomorrow, and he is preparing more than he's letting on, holding those informal policy sessions with advisors, but also with former Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard, who challenged Harris on the debate stage back in 2019. Also involved in his debate prep, we are told, is Congressman Matt Gaetz, who has been firing questions at Trump on some of the tougher issues, including his legal troubles and his position on abortion. Robin.
All right, Rachel, thanks to you. We're going to go to our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce, who is in Pittsburgh with a look inside how Vice President Harris is preparing for the debate. Good morning to you, Mary.
Good morning, Robin. Well, Kamala Harris is hunkered down here at this Pittsburgh hotel, getting ready for this defining moment in this race. And we know she is preparing seriously. They are doing mock debates here. They've even set up a full stage with TV lighting for rehearsals. And Harris is relying on several advisors who helped prepare Hillary Clinton for her 2016 face-off with Trump, even one who is now playing the former president in these rehearsals. And look, Kamala Harris is an experienced debater. She was known on the Hill for those very pointed exchanges. But the campaign is quick to note that this is different. This will be Donald Trump's 7th presidential debate. It will be Kamala Harris's first. And even the first time the two of them have actually even met or come face to face. So her goal here is really to outline her positions, to define herself before Donald Trump can do it for her, and then to pivot and go on the attack, to put the spotlight back on Trump. She will highlight what she sees as his failed policies. The campaign trying to counter what they believe is a bit of Trump amnesia among voters. And yes, she will try to get under his skin. Kamala Harris is certainly someone who knows how to punch. She punches hard. The challenge here is going to be for her to bait him without getting baited herself, George.
Okay, Mary, thanks. Let's bring on Washington Bureau Chief Political Director Rick Klein. He's also at the debate site in Philadelphia. Rick, the polls show this race is so close.
Good morning, George. Yeah, close race by some measures, gotten even closer in recent days. The latest 538 polling average has Kamala Harris up by less than 3 percentage points against Donald Trump. And the story in the battleground states is just as tight. Right now, Harris leading in 5 of the 7 big battlegrounds, but it is a tight race in all of them, including right here in Pennsylvania. Check this out. Harris up now by less than 1 percentage point in the polling average. That's essentially a toss-up in the biggest and almost certainly the most important of the battleground states, George.
And right now, Vice President Harris actually, even though she's been vice president for 4 years, not all that well known.
Yeah, this is really striking from the latest New York Times Siena poll, which had Trump leading by 1 point. Almost a third of voters overall, 28%, said they need to learn more about Kamala Harris and her positions before deciding how to vote. That compares to less than 1 in 10 voters, 9%, who say the same about Donald Trump. And another important point, in that same polling, right now we see that almost half of Americans consider Kamala Harris to be too liberal in her positions. Less than a third of Americans say the same about Donald Trump on the other side, that he is too conservative. At the same time, this polling suggests that people want to see a sharp break from the Biden administration. So it all makes for a couple of major challenges for Harris going into tomorrow night. She has to define her positions and also potentially define how she has moderated her positions and broken from Biden, even though she is serving as his vice president. That's a lot to get done in one night and beyond, George.
That sure is. Okay, Rick, thanks very much. And of course, the debate will air right here on ABC tomorrow night. Our coverage starts at 8 p.m. Rebecca?
All right, George, thank you. We turn now to the wildfire raging in Southern California, burning 20,000 acres and forcing thousands to flee their homes. Mola Lenghi is in Highland, California with the latest. Good morning, Mola.
Well, good morning, Rebecca. As you mentioned, thousands of people here in San Bernardino County have evacuated their homes as this fire continues to burn. More than 20,000 acres torched, including this stretch of mountain brush here. As of this morning, the fire is 0% contained, and this is just one of several fires that continues to rage throughout the region.
This morning, thousands of people in California evacuating from their homes as a massive wildfire ravages the region.
I don't care if the house burns down, but not with him in it.
The line fire burning through more than 20,000 acres and injuring 3 firefighters. Ash and smoke stretching out as far as the eye can see.
You can see by all this scorched earth, thousands of acres here in San Bernardino County have already burned. And with thousands of homes and businesses and structures being threatened, evacuations are underway.
Authorities shutting down part of California's State Route 38 due to that same fire. In LA County, the bridge fire growing to around 800 acres in size. Firefighters desperately trying to hold back the inferno. Helicopters and planes flying over the flames, dropping water and fire retardant to beat back the blaze. Meanwhile, in Northern California, authorities racing to shepherd residents to safety as the Boyles fire causes mandatory evacuations.
We need to evacuate all of 18th Avenue from Highway 53 all the way east.
Record-breaking temperatures, dry vegetation, and gusty winds creating the perfect environment for wildfires like these to grow out of control.
We have not only the heat wave, we're getting these thunderstorms that create their own weather and blow the fire in all different directions.
Well, extreme heat has made for some challenging conditions for firefighters here on the ground over the last few days with triple-digit temperatures. That extreme heat expected to continue today before the region finally gets a break later this week, Robin.
Well, that's the situation there. We're going to bring in, thank you, Mola. We're going to bring in Ginger with the Gulf Coast on alert for a possible hurricane. Good morning.
Yeah, so we're waking back up in the Atlantic. The Gulf of Mexico is where we're watching this broad area of thunderstorms, Robin, because by Wednesday night, we will likely have a hurricane headed toward Louisiana, but there will be impacts much more widespread. So this is where the area of thunderstorms is now. Once it gets its center and winds together, it should be named Francine. That'll likely happen later today or early tomorrow. And then it will make its track up toward kind of the Texas-Louisiana state line. Looks like right now closer to Houma than New Orleans, but either way, this thing still has to form. So it's hard to make a track for the National Hurricane Center without an actual formation. But once it does, looks like the modeling taking it here. This is noon. Lots of rain, say Port Isabel there in far southern Texas. Galveston by Wednesday morning, some of those outer bands. So that'll be some heavy rain at times, 2 to 5 inches. But this is where the bulk of the storm seems to be headed right now. By Wednesday night, we would have that approach of landfall. Again, Houma on the right side, or that dirty side of the storm where the worst of the surge would be, the winds, and of course, all of the heavy rain. And that's why I want anyone inland in Louisiana, Mississippi, eventually even Arkansas and Tennessee to be watching this one carefully, because we know what they do. They cause a lot of problems at the coast, but then they keep moving inland with all that rain.
Okay, Ginger, thanks. We're going to turn now to the urgent search for the suspect in this weekend's mass shooting that left 5 people seriously injured on a Kentucky highway. Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas is in Washington with the latest on that. And Pierre, this area is still on high alert.
George, good morning. Schools in the local area are closed in an especially dangerous situation playing out in Kentucky. Somebody was shooting at people on a busy highway, and the suspect is on the run.
This morning, an urgent manhunt underway for a man suspected of being the sniper firing away at drivers along this busy stretch of highway in Kentucky, an hour southeast of Lexington.
The victims have been shot through the windshield.
Police describing an utterly terrifying afternoon. Just after 5:30 p.m., a sniper perched in the woods, firing 20 to 30 shots, hitting 12 vehicles.
All of a sudden, we just heard this loud, deafening sound, and my right ear started ringing, and we didn't know what the sound was, but we both looked at each other and said, "Was that a gunshot?"
I can't stress how chaotic this was when our units arrived on the scene. People, cars on the side of the road, emergency flashers, windows shot out, people hurt severely.
5 people wounded by gunfire. Thankfully, no fatalities, but significant injuries.
There was an individual that was shot in the face. There was another individual that was shot in the arm, a very severe injury.
The suspect identified as 32-year-old Joseph Couch, who police allege was hiding in a heavily wooded area. Authorities say they recovered a vehicle associated with Couch and an AR-15 assault-style rifle left in the woods. Police claim Couch purchased the rifle the same day of the incident, along with more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition.
Police believe Couch has been hiding in rough and highly dense terrain. They say he should be considered armed and dangerous. Robin?
Hopefully they'll look at a break in the case very soon. Pierre, thank you.
Will Reeve in California, ahead of tonight's matchup. Good morning, Will.
Hey, good morning, George. I'm in San Francisco. Tonight, the 49ers will host the New York Jets in the return of Monday Night Football and the return of Aaron Rodgers. Almost exactly a year since that season-ending Achilles injury. He's sharing more on his recovery in a revealing interview That's coming up in just a bit, guys.
Okay, we look forward to that. Thank you so much, Will. And coming up also, Eugene Levy and Dan Levy hosting the Emmys. We're going to hear what the father and son duo have planned for TV's biggest night.
They are funny, especially together. Also ahead, what you need to know about the flu and COVID shots, including when to get them and whether you can do them both at the same time.
Also, latest on the Georgia school shooting investigation.
About to drop some names on you. Eli Manning, Ryan Seacrest, Vanna White, Venus Williams, Hillary Knight, so much more right here on GMA. Great start to the week.
But I'ma stop you looking at you from the face down. Make a left and leave you boom with the bass down. Scheming, let me tell you about my life. Painkillers only put me in the twilight.
Back here on GMA, yes, Kendrick Lamar performing as a special guest during Dr. Dre's big Super Bowl halftime show. That was in 2022. Now, he has announced that he will headline the Super Bowl halftime show. We're going to have much more than what we can expect from the 17-time Grammy winner.
Looking forward to that. Following a lot of headlines right now. White House race deadlocked just one day before the big debate. Kamala Harris, Donald Trump set for their first face-to-face showdown tomorrow night on ABC. Harris is off the trail, hunkered down in Pittsburgh to prepare for her debate. This is her first, Trump's seventh presidential debate. Also right now, Boeing may have averted a strike. The company reached a tentative agreement with its machinists union Sunday, agreeing to a 25% wage increase over 4 years, better health care and retirement benefits, and a commitment to make its next new aircraft in Washington state. You will vote on the deal this Thursday.
And overnight, it was women's soccer legend Alex Morgan's last game of her career on Sunday. She arrived with her 4-year-old daughter, Charlie. Morgan's nearly 14-year career included 224 appearances for the national team, 123 international goals, 2 World Cup titles, and an Olympic gold medal. And at approximately the 13th minute of the game, in honor of her jersey number 13, Morgan took her final walk to the sideline. Morgan and her husband are expecting their second child.
One of the
Very
greats.
cool, yeah. And
greats.
also just what a role model, too. Yeah.
Excellent. Now we have Aaron Rodgers one-on-one. The 40-year-old Jets quarterback sat down with ESPN as he returns to the field tonight for his first game since a season-ending injury just minutes into his first game last season. Let's go back to Will Reeve there in San Francisco for us. Hey there again, Will.
Hey there, Robin. Aaron Rodgers elicits a range of opinions, but football fans are united in their belief that he is a Hall of Famer, and Jets fans are certain that he is the guy who's going to make their dreams come true. And they felt that way last year, too, but Rodgers' debut in New York lasted all of 4 plays. Now he's back, and he's going deep in a new interview.
What do you expect that moment to be like when you run back out on the field?
Yeah, I think it's going to be emotional for sure.
Superstar quarterback Aaron Rodgers opening up to ESPN's Alex Smith on the eve of his highly anticipated return almost 1 year to the day of last year's season-ending Achilles injury.
He's coming out of the game.
There's an image I can't get out of my head. A year ago, it's freaking Monday Night Football. It's 9/11. You're running out with an American flag. Like, everybody and their mom is watching. Right? This amazing storyline that's about to unfold. And like wham, obviously we all got cheated out of it.
Yeah,
I'm
more
curious.
than others, yeah.
I'm curious, though, a year later now. Like what are your memories that day? Like what's?
Yeah, it's kind of a blur, honestly. I knew when I was on the ground that something was wrong, and sometimes you get drilled, and something's off, and you just kind of hope you get up, and it kind of like shakes itself out sometimes.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, well that's just a sprained MCL or an ankle
totally.
that's I got to walk off. But when I stood up, I said, I knew it. And then just thinking that's going to be the last time, because I know I'm old and the rehab I knew was going to be tough. And so in the training room, I really thought, damn, that's how I'm going to go out.
Yeah.
The injury crushing the dreams of Jets fans who hoped the 4-time MVP would turn around a team that hasn't made the playoffs since 2010 and hasn't won a Super Bowl since 1969.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a tough year. It's probably been the best year of my life, though, at the same time. When you get hurt in a significant way, it's a reset on life, and everything just stops.
He says his recovery over the past year has been both physical and mental.
You become sedentary. You can't move. You got to be waited on by people. You got to be taken care of. And as somebody who loves taking care of other people, talk about life lesson right there of just like sitting. in all the frustration, the sadness, the heartbreak. And you go from sitting your ass on a couch to now I can actually walk to the bathroom with crutches. Then I can actually walk in a shoe. Those are exciting times, but the mental part takes forever because you're still trying to get over the frustration, the heartache, the heartbreak, the what if, the what could have been, the excitement, feeling like you let people down. You still wonder, can I go out there and do it? Until you've done it. Now, training camp was awesome for me because I had one of the better camps I've had. I just felt like, but every day, I was telling one of the coaches this, every day I got to remind myself I'm great. I got to go out there and remind myself I can do this. It's been a couple of years since I played, full game.
Rodgers says he's grateful for the experience.
It was a total reset for my life, and I'm so thankful for it. In the moment, you never think, and I've never said, I don't even like the saying, everything happens for a reason. Because I'm like, really?
Yeah.
But I do believe if you can't get out of your own way, you're going to miss all the little miracles that go on around you, the people that come into your life and take care of you.
But at its essence, football is a physical, violent game. And at 40 years old, Rodgers is the oldest player in the NFL.
Have you been tackled yet?
No.
The last time you got tackled, your Achilles ruptured, right? Like, you're going to go through this on Monday Night Football in front of the country. It's fascinating. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, of course.
Like, no other position.
I was kind of hoping that, Tack or somebody would accidentally, drill me in practice because you just get it out the way, Just somebody accidentally come screaming too hard or get pushed into you, you get to knock. But nothing happened. I was upright the whole time. I might have gotten stepped on and fallen down at one point.
As for this season, the future Hall of Famer says he expects greatness.
I take the back roads every day to work, so it's a little longer drive. I just enjoy my time in the morning to just think about how special it is to be 40, to still be playing, to still have a chance, to come to work with a team that has a legitimate chance to be one of the final teams. That's fun. So I don't take that for granted, and who knows what's going to happen.
Aaron Rodgers returns to the field tonight against the defending NFC champion San Francisco 49ers on Monday Night Football, 8:15 Eastern on ABC and ESPN and ESPN Plus and the ManningCast on ESPN2, guys. Lots of football tonight.
A lot of football. I'm going to get back to you because of that in just a little bit, because we have a lot more in the game. You know that, Will, including a big surprise for a huge football fan, plus two-time Super Bowl winner Eli Manning's going to be along as well.
The countdown to the 76th Annual Emmy Awards. For the first time ever, the award show will be hosted by a father-son duo, Eugene and Dan Levy. Chris Connolly talked to them about the big night. Hey, Chris.
Good morning again, George. Yes, a father and son as hosts. It's an Emmy first. And this father and son saw their beloved sitcom sweep the awards just 4 years ago. Now, Eugene Levy and Dan Levy are bringing their unique comic chemistry to live TV. And they say they're ready for the challenge.
And who pays for it?
Nobody. You write it off.
Who writes it off?
The write-off people.
Through 6 seasons of sitcom perfection,
What now?
these two and the rest of their TV family had millions of viewers more than happy to be up the creek.
Ew.
Now, 4 years after their night of total triumph at the 2020 Emmys,
My brows have their own agent.
Dan Levy and Eugene Levy are returning to make Emmy history again as hosts. Congratulations to the two of you, the first father and son duo ever to host the Emmys. What does that mean to you?
Means we're the first. I think that's what it means. It's not like we went to the Emmys and said, please let us host.
It's, yeah, I don't know. I think in prepping for this thing, you can't really overthink the first. My biggest obstacle was fear. And I feel like if fear is your biggest obstacle, you have to do it.
I told my wife that we were asked to host. She said, well, you're not doing it. And I said, well, maybe not. There was electricity that was kind of drawing us into it, right? I mean, the challenge of it.
It was the challenge. The challenge is not humiliating yourself on national television in front of millions and millions of people.
How would you describe what it is that the two of you do when you're
Bickering.
together? Bickering?
I think it's a level of bicker banter.
Yeah, it's kind of a bicker, kind of back and forth. It's a general lack of respect.
Yeah, I think we're fortunate enough to have a kind of chemistry that works on an award show.
Was it the same chemistry you had growing up, just as father and son, or was it something that you found in terms of performing?
He found it at some point. He found his comedic voice at some point, and he was able to put the family away with like a single word or a phrase.
Any particular word?
I can't remember now, but I do remember having an understanding of what really kind of pushed my dad to the edge, using that in our show as much as I possibly could.
What kinds of things would those be?
Well, I think it's the second episode of our entire series has his hair getting wet by a drip.
What are you wearing? What is that, a nightgown?
It's a nightshirt, David, and that's not the issue. The issue is the brown sludge in my bed.
From Catherine O'Hara's Moira to Annie Murphy's Alexis and Emily Hampshire's Stevie. Fans wondering if some Creek faves might turn up at this year's show.
David, I'm here!
It's at this point maybe a possibility.
Yeah, you might see them just in ways you don't expect.
Ooh, you're so good. The multi-nominated cast of Only Murders in the Building, set to present at this year's Emmys, joining other Academy favorites like The Bear, Shogun, Hacks, and Abbott Elementary in vying for statues and glory.
You know, I think our approach through this is what we approach everything we do, which is like, you know, heart and kindness while at the same time not losing the edge of what people come to expect from a host.
You gotta be funny. We really hope that it's just a fun vibe. Personally, for me, comedy's all about, if I'm gonna go down, I wanna take somebody with me. So luckily I've got my son here.
Yeah. That's good fatherly advice.
Good times in store, and more presenters set for Sunday's Emmys, including Viola Davis, Lily Gladstone, Mindy Kaling, John Leguizamo, Kristen Wiig, and the ageless one, 98-year-old Dick Van Dyke. Should be a lot of fun, guys.
Fun vibe.
Yep,
fun vibe. Yeah.
And there will be more of Chris's interview with Gina and Dan in the ABC special, The 76 Emmys. A night of first this Friday at 8 Eastern. You can watch the 76 Emmys on Sunday starting at 8 Eastern right here on ABC.
Now, with our play of the day, a big upset on the field and an emotional coach's reaction to victory. Will Reeve is back with the story from his man cave. Hey, Will.
This is a great spot, Rebecca. Hello again. There's always a chance for chaos in college football that usually comes in the form of an upset, and this weekend, it was courtesy of the Northern Illinois Huskies. Never in program history had they beaten a top 10 team, but here they are at number 5 Notre Dame, blocking a field goal as time expires to pull off the major upset. Notre Dame paid Northern Illinois $1.4 million to come play them. Notre Dame was favored by many touchdowns, and yet Northern Illinois pulls off the win. Some could say they got lucky, but don't say that to Northern Illinois head coach Thomas Hammock.
I'm so proud of our kids, the coaches, just everybody. They believed. They believed. I told them all week, we don't need luck. We just got to be our best. And they was their best today, and we was able to get it done.
So not lucky, but certainly a surprise. And speaking of surprises, I'm going to keep my voice down because we have a great one for some fans in the back who are waiting here coming up on GMA. We got a super fan, 49ers fans. It's going to be awesome, guys.
We are looking forward to that, Will, and that is the kind of upset I think we can all get behind. We'll see you in just a minute. And coming up, the wheel gets a new spin with Ryan Seacrest and Vanna White. They are here live, and you don't even have to buy a vowel.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. The race for the White House deadlocked with the presidential debate one day away. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump gear up for their first face-to-face showdown. Harris hunkered down in Pittsburgh preparing, the former president in Wisconsin.
Kendrick Lamar set to headline the Super Bowl halftime show. What we can expect when he takes the world's biggest stage. And we're counting down Monday Night Football with a big surprise for a deserving fan. Plus, two-time Super Bowl winner Eli Manning tells us all about the new season of the ManningCast.
ManningCast, we couldn't think of a better name.
He joins us live.
Rebuilding Rolling Fork, Mississippi. Nearly a year and a half after the devastating tornado, the important sign of progress as we check in with our friends at Chuck's Dairy Bar. Game, set, strive. Grand Slam champ Venus Williams is serving up her advice on how to live your best life.
And we're ready to spin the wheel. Ryan Seacrest and Vanna White are here, ready to kick off a new era of Wheel of Fortune. As they say,
Good morning, America.
Nice job.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA.
GMA indeed. A new spin on Wheel of Fortune begins tonight when Ryan Seacrest joins Vanna White. They're here. They're going to tell us about this first week and what goes on behind the scenes. That is coming up. Looking forward to that.
Oh, yes. Also ahead, the new mammogram rule that goes into effect tomorrow. We're going to have much more on that in just a few minutes.
First, look at the top stories breaking 8. We start with the tight race for the White House. Kamala Harris, Donald Trump set to face off at the National Constitution Center in Philadelphia tomorrow night. Let's go back to Rachel Scott in Mar-a-Lago with how the candidates are preparing. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning again to you. Donald Trump is here at Mar-a-Lago. He heads to Pennsylvania for that critical debate tomorrow. His advisors have been insisting that the former president doesn't need any traditional debate prep, but Trump is preparing more than he's letting on. He's been holding these informal policy sessions with advisors, including former Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard, who once challenged Harris on the debate stage back in 2019. Also involved is Congressman Matt Gaetz, who we are told is firing questions at Trump on some of the tougher topics, including his legal battles and also his stance on abortion. Trump isn't doing any mock debates, and he hasn't taken any time off the campaign trail. He had a rally in Wisconsin this weekend. With the race now neck and neck, Trump is vowing retribution if he wins a second term. The former president insisting he would jail lawyers, political operatives, donors, illegal voters, and corrupt election officials. The reality is illegal voting is extremely rare, and there is no evidence that his opponents have engaged in that. Robin.
Our thanks to you, Rachel. We're going to go to our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce, who is in Pittsburgh with how Vice President Harris is preparing for the debate. Good morning again, Mary.
Good morning again, Robin. Well, behind these hotel doors here, Kamala Harris is hunkered down, getting ready for what will be a defining moment in this race. And we know she is taking her prep very seriously. She's been doing those mock debate sessions. They've even set up a full stage and TV lighting here for these rehearsals. And while Kamala Harris is an experienced debater, her campaign is quick to note that this is new territory for her. This will be Donald Trump's 7th presidential debate, but Kamala Harris is first, and the first time the two of them have actually ever met and come face to face. Now, her goal here is to outline her positions, to define herself for voters before Donald Trump can do it for her, and then pivot to go on the attack. The campaign is hoping she will highlight Donald Trump's record, the areas where they feel Trump has failed voters in the past, and try and counter what the campaign sees as some Trump amnesia among voters. And yes, Robin, she will also try to get under his skin. The challenge for Kamala Harris will be to bait Trump without getting baited herself, Robin.
That is it. All right, Mary, our thanks to you. And you can see their first presidential debate live tomorrow night right here on ABC. Coverage begins at 8 p.m. Eastern. The debate is at 9. Rebecca.
All right, Robin, thank you. We turn now to the investigation into the deadly Georgia school shooting. The family of the 14-year-old suspect now claims they called the school before the shooting, warning of an extreme emergency. Faith Abube is in Winder, Georgia, with more. Good morning, Faith.
Good morning to you, Rebecca. The Barrow County Sheriff tells me that the family's claims that they warned the school the morning of the shooting is misinformation. He says he's heard of no such call, but his deputies are investigating the timeline of events.
This morning, new questions about whether there were missed warning signs ahead of a Georgia school shooting that killed 4 people and injured 9 others.
It's a school. It's supposed to be a safe place for kids.
Just move with purpose, come on. The accused gunman's aunt telling ABC News roughly 30 minutes before the shooting at Apalachee High School in Winder, Coach Gray's mother called a school counselor to warn of an extreme emergency. His mother, Marcy Gray, speaking to ABC News overnight, saying she tried to get him the help he needed.
If I could take a break, I wouldn't.
The aunt telling the Washington Post that during the 10-minute conversation, a school counselor told Marcy Gray that her son had spoken about a school shooting that same morning. Classmate Lila Ciarath telling ABC News that a school administrator confiscated a backpack of a student with a similar name.
A little bit later, he came back in with his bag, and he said that they weren't looking for him, they were looking for Colt.
Moments later, the accused teenager allegedly opened fire outside the classroom door.
And Rebecca, the alleged shooter and his father are both facing multiple felony charges related to the mass shooting. They have not entered a plea in court. In the meantime, school district officials are not commenting on the family's claims that they were warned. Rebecca.
We turn now to the mammogram rule going into effect starting tomorrow. The FDA has mandated that women be told if they have dense breasts. Janai Norman is here with why this is critical for some women screening for breast cancer. Incredibly important change. Good morning, Janai.
Good morning, Rebecca. Incredibly important, as mammograms are one of the most important screening tools for breast cancer. And now an important new update. Beginning tomorrow, all women having a mammogram will be notified if they have dense breasts, which can make spotting cancer on a mammogram more difficult. The Food and Drug Administration is requiring facilities and doctors to notify their patients about breast density in an effort to improve cancer detection. So some states had required mammogram reports to include breast density, but tomorrow it becomes a nationwide requirement. So women with dense breasts can talk to their doctors and can look into taking additional steps, like maybe more frequent screenings, or think about things like imaging, like ultrasound or MRI. About half of women over the age of 40 have dense breast tissue, and while it doesn't pose an immediate threat, it does increase the risk of breast cancer. Current guidelines suggest that women start getting regular mammograms at age 40 or even earlier, depending on additional risk factors like family history and Robin. And so obviously we know that early detection is so important, and this is big for so many women.
It really is. It really is, Janai. Our thanks to you. And now to Rolling Fork, Mississippi. It's been nearly a year and a half since that devastating tornado tore through the town. This morning we have a happy update. You may remember Chuck's Dairy Bar. Owner Tracy Harden safely sheltered her employees in her walk-in freezer as her restaurant took a direct hit, demolishing the beloved spot. Well, we have been back a few times to check on their progress, and now they are officially back in business.
All right. Wonderful.
Yeah, they welcome hundreds of guests to their rebuilt and reimagined restaurant on Saturday. Tracy and her staff had previously been operating out of a food truck, but now they are back to work in their new building. A welcome sign of progress, a beacon of hope for Rolling Fork. And I'm telling you, Tracy and her staff, I mean, Rolling Fork strong.
I like that, reimagine.
Yeah, reimagine, yes indeed. Coming up in our GMA morning menu, what we can expect from Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show, what Jay-Z is saying about the Grammy-winning rapper's return to the world's biggest stage.
Plus, two-time Super Bowl champion Eli Manning joins us live to talk Monday Night Football and the new season of ManningCast.
And we have special guests here in Times Square. Ryan Seacrest and Vanna White, plus tennis legend Venus Williams. It's a full house, and it's all coming up right here on GMA.
We're back now with our GMA cover story and a closer look at the Super Bowl halftime show. Rap superstar Kendrick Lamar was selected to headline this year. And Janai, come on. You're back. You want to tell us a little bit more about this?
Yes, and I am so excited to tell you about this because when I saw the news yesterday, I thought this is huge. Kendrick Lamar hasn't dropped a new album since 2022, but when Jay-Z calls him a once-in-a-generation artist and performer, consider that we're talking about a kid from Compton who didn't just produce the Black Panther soundtrack, but whose music has earned him more than a dozen Grammys and a Pulitzer Prize, and that's before his most recent hit went from rap beef to battle cry.
This morning, all eyes on rap artist Kendrick Lamar following Sunday's announcement that he will headline the Super Bowl halftime show.
Meet me in New Orleans, February 9th, 2025. Wear your best dress, too.
The 17-time Grammy-winning rapper said in a statement released by the NFL, rap music is still the most impactful genre to date, and I'll be there to remind the world why they got the right one.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me.
Lamar, known for his rap lyrics that tackle social justice issues, was a special guest during Dr. Dre's halftime show in 2022.
We gon' be all right.
Kendrick Lamar right now is the most vital, important, and influential rapper in the entire world.
While the Pulitzer Prize-winning rapper has a record of his music becoming the soundtrack of movements,
Everybody wanna cut the legs off. Black man taking no loss.
It's Lamar's chart-topping summer anthem, Not Like Us, that turned him into one of the biggest artists of this year.
They not like us. They not like us.
His rap battle with Drake, his musical battle with Drake, has made him even more topical than ever. And on top of that, it's given him one of the biggest singles of the year.
Not Like Us, known as a diss track and an ongoing feud the rapper has with fellow rapper Drake.
They not like us. They not like us.
I feel like the feud with Drake is probably not going to make it to the stage of the Super Bowl. I think he's going to have his eye on bigger issues with what he says. And it's really just, he's probably going to have some, I would guess, fairly major guest appearances because the Super Bowl always does.
In a statement, hip-hop mogul and Roc Nation founder Jay-Z said Lamar's deep love for hip-hop and culture informs his artistic vision. He has an unparalleled ability to define and influence culture globally.
And so we are sure to see that. We're sure to hear his classics like All Right, Swimming Pools, Loyalty, and Humble. And for anyone questioning King Kendrick's ability to bring together unlikely groups, consider that on Juneteenth, he had a pop-up show uniting West Coast artists, even promoting unity between rival gang members, all getting on stage and taking a picture in an effort to benefit the community. So this man, as he said, he's the right one.
So Drake's going to be on it? So that's what you're saying?
Robin.
Unity.
Robin.
Unity.
Oh, Robin. You guys see Robin is tapped in? No, I don't think we'll see Drake. Okay. They not like us.
All right.
Thank you,
so
Janai. Okay, we turn now to the first Monday night football game of the new NFL season. The San Francisco 49ers are taking on the New York Jets tonight, and Will Reeve is in San Francisco hanging out with some die-hard 49ers fans. Will, how's it going?
It's going great, Rebecca. Hello again. I'm at Kezar Pub in San Francisco. Great spot to watch a game. A big thanks to all these hardcore fans who came out. How y'all feeling about the game tonight? Yeah! They're very excited, absolutely fired up, and we wanted to talk to one fan in particular. Where is Marie Bordelot? Marie, come on right up here. You're getting center stage right now. Marie, you are not only a Niners fan, but you are a principal at St. Hilary's School for, over a decade,
yes,
but still a massive Niners fan for even longer than that. What does this team mean to you?
I've been a Niner fan for going on 40 plus years.
Yeah.
They have always been such a phenomenally fun team to watch with a storied history from, I just remember watching Bill Walsh, Joe Montana, Randy Cross, Brent Jones, and they were just such an amazing team, and they've never let us down since. So forever a 49er faithful. So
I
go
love
Niners.
it. Yeah, go Niners indeed. Yeah. And you're also a single mom. You told me about your 15-year-old back at home.
Yes.
You do so much for your community. We sort of pulled your friends and colleagues behind your back, and they said such great things about you. And I have a little pop quiz for you. I know you haven't been to a Niners game in a while, correct?
Right.
And so here's the pop quiz. True or false, you're going to the game tonight?
False. I'll be home watching.
You're wrong. You're going to the game tonight. Bring me this ticket. You and one more are going to the game tonight. Courtesy of GMA and our friends ESPN. I am serious. You are going to the game. What are you thinking right now?
I am so excited.
Awesome.
I thought I was going to be at home doing homework.
Nope, you're going to be at Levi's Stadium. I'll see you there. You can keep that ticket, but it won't get you in. We'll get you the real ticket at some point today. One more time for Marie. Going to the Niners game. That's tonight on Monday Night Football. Everybody's fired up. Another surprise done to start the football season, guys.
Oh, and we love the surprises, Will, and all the happiness you bring. Thank you. And by the way, you can watch the 49ers take on the Jets on Monday Night Football right here on ABC and ESPN starting at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Now to the new era for Wheel of Fortune. Ryan Seacrest and Vanna White are here. Welcome, guys.
Good to see all
you
of you. Good morning.
So, Ryan, I feel like we've been on your journey for months as you've been.
I apologize.
You've been preparing. Are you ready?
Vanna, am I ready?
He's ready.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
I started practicing around the country. We made a little portable wheel that traveled to different places where I was working on different shows, and we played Wheel of Fortune in the conference room with just random strangers around America. So that was my homework in trying to get ready for
Are you
the
serious?
big premiere. Yeah, I'm serious.
That's a great
There's
idea.
a portable wheel. We'll be giving it away this season.
Me too. Vanna, you have been on the show and in our hearts for 40 years. And we went to the GMA archive.
Oh, boy.
To take a look at this.
Oh.
Vanna, any other aspirations at the moment?
Oh my goodness. Not at the moment. I'm going to be with Wheel of Fortune as long as it's on.
And I'm still here. And we're so happy that you are. So you've been giving this little one some insight. Some tips.
Little guy. You know what? When he came on, I said, just be yourself. That's the best advice I can give you, and he has been himself.
It's a dream, honestly, to be on this show, to work with Vanna. I'm so happy that you are going to be on board with us. And it's the same Wheel of Fortune that everybody loves. It's just me standing there saying, let's play. That's really the big difference.
What's the most challenging part of the gig, other than the let's play part?
Spelling. I'm not the greatest at spelling. I rely on autocorrect quite a bit in real life. But it's just fun. Every night, 3 new contestants. They're winning cash and prizes. Escape from the world and just join us for a little bit of action on the
You get to meet so much of America every night as well. So do you have any backstage rituals before you get out there?
We check each other's teeth. Right? We do.
Lipstick, food.
Yeah, lipstick. Yeah, we check on lipstick. But usually we have, we like to snack on nuts in between takes and shows, and so we check for almond skin.
That's key.
Yeah.
That's key.
I mean, that's a good friend.
And you do a little crocheting backstage,
Yes,
don't you?
I do. I do. I love doing it. I haven't done a lot of it. He keeps me busy.
I like to move things along.
Yes.
We hurry through the breaks. Yeah.
Vanna, behind the scenes, you're also a mom. What's earned you the most mom points in all of this?
On Celebrity, we had Snoop Dogg. And my daughter, who is a huge fan of his, I mean, she meets a lot of celebrities. She goes, Mom, can I meet him? Is there any way I can come and meet him? I would love to meet him. So she did. I said, come on over. And here they are. She was so happy.
What was he like? Was that a good meeting?
It was great. He was so nice.
He is.
He's a cool dude.
Yes. Oh, Mama approved.
Absolutely.
What keeps you coming back, and thankfully so, year after year?
Just, it's such a happy show.
Isn't it?
It's fun too, right? It never gets old. There's always new puzzles. I have a new dress. You never know what's going to be said.
8,000 new dresses.
Yes.
Is there any one show that stands out for you?
Not really. You know, I look at these people who come on. We change their lives, and it's just amazing.
Yeah.
It is. I love it.
How heavy is it?
It's heavy.
Is it? It looks like it's
obviously little me is strong, Robin, but it is heavier than you think. I'm impressed with some people who can just swing that wheel around several times, but it's a lot more weight than
So extra time with the trainer now?
Yeah, yes, George, I know I need it. And I'm spending extra time with the trainer.
So has Pat weighed in at all? Has he given you any wisdom?
He really said you're going to enjoy seeing people's reactions on being on the show. I mean, they've waited a lifetime. They are so excited that they got the call to be a contestant on this show because it means so much. I mean, it's a show that we all love. We all have watched for so many years, and it's more than just a show. It's part of our culture here.
I think about that. Sorry, go ahead, Robin. No, I just think about that. I grew up watching it with my grandparents. It was a pre-dinner ritual in our home. As a kid, did you ever watch thinking like,
okay, cover your ears. Yes, I did. I watched this show. It always made us feel great. You know, I knew Dad was home from work, my mother was there, my sister, we all would get together and watch the show. When you heard Wheel of Fortune, it was time to run into the living room and sit down and watch and play along.
And season 42 premieres today. Wow. Congratulations, guys. We look forward.
Please watch.
Yeah. Check your local listings. Coming up, Venus Williams is here.
I don't think you have to worry.
Welcome back to GMA, live from Times Square.
Special day tomorrow here. Let's talk safer schools. Matthew McConaughey is going to join us live for an entire half hour to talk about his work helping schools across the country get federal funding to create safer school environments. Robin?
But right now, even though the U.S. Open has come to a close, we cannot get enough of the champions that make the sport so great. Joining us now, 7-time Grand Slam champion, 4-time Olympic gold medal winner, and now author of Strive, 8 Steps to Find Your Awesome. Please welcome back to GMA, Venus Williams, everybody. I can't read my voice, this talking. How are you? It's been a month of Sunday since we've been together.
It's been too long. We got to change that.
We do have to change that. You look fantastic. I read the book cover to cover. I'm going to talk to you about it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. But can we talk about the U.S. Open right now?
For sure.
Oh, man. 4 of the last 8 were Americans.
Yes.
2 women, 2 American women, 2 American men. That was really something great for U.S. tennis.
Yeah, it's very invigorating for U.S. tennis. And obviously, Coco won last year. And that was great for American tennis. Great for her, too, obviously. And then this year, men's in the final, France is in the semifinal. It was just very exciting.
I thought Pegula was going to pull it out there.
It was close, and this is her first time.
I know.
So it's a good experience for her, and she never gives up. I really respect her as a competitor.
I do, too. I do respect her as well.
Yeah, we know about that competing,
I bet you do.
Yes.
Do you miss it? You miss it?
I haven't played since March, so I've been doing other things like writing this book. Right. I've been busy, but it's good to have different things in life. I think it makes you appreciate the other parts.
Yeah. Well, what I love about your book, many aspects of it, you don't have to be a pro athlete.
No.
You don't have to be a pro to be able to get something out of it. And about the 8 principles that you really that we can apply to many areas of our life. Talk about that.
I really just wanted to share everything I've learned. I've been playing tennis for 30 years, and all the lessons I've learned on the court and how I've applied them, not just on the court, because everything you learn about life on the court, being resilient, learning how to look at yourself, learning how to manage your relationships with your team and within your other part of your life so you can play well on the court. I wanted to bring that and put it in words on the book, especially this part of my life. I'm just at a place where I just want to share everything I know, and I know you know what that feels like too. You just want to give out all this information. It's like, I've got the answers, let me tell you. I don't have all the answers. And indeed, I've shared so many of my mistakes in the book, so that because it helps you get to the answer. So I love seeing people be well. And we were just talking about this before we came on the air. Wellness is not just what you eat. It's how you think. It's how you treat yourself. It's how you treat the others around you. It's how you move your body. It's all of these different things. And I don't want wellness to just be in a box, and really looking at your whole life and how can you be well in your whole life. And that's what Strive is about, those 8 steps. And it sounds like maybe too many, but it's not 8 steps to just find you're awesome and be your best. And it doesn't have to be hard.
It doesn't have to, because you said the 3 E's.
Yes.
What are the 3 E's?
Yeah, it's got to be exciting. It's got to be enjoyable. It's got to be all of those things.
It's got to be easy.
It's got to be easy.
A little bit.
When people say like, oh my gosh, how do you become great or live your dreams or do whatever it is you want to do? It doesn't have to be hard. If it's hard, it's not fun. When it's not fun and you hate it, it doesn't last long. And I know, I've been watching you for years too, and you've worked extremely hard, first as an athlete and now here, but it's always been enjoyable. You can see how you enjoy it. And when you do that, it's something that you can do forever.
I appreciate that very much. And as I said, when reading the book and just the way you apply it in different types of areas, and you are so vulnerable. I mean, you do talk about your failures, because failure is part of the process.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And we don't talk about that enough. We shy away from it.
Yeah, failure is just a moment. It's just a moment in time, and it teaches you what you should do or shouldn't do. And the only bad thing about failure is if you keep failing the same way. Fail another way. Let's do it again. It means like you're getting out of your comfort zone. You're taking a risk. You're living your life. And so that's the best part. Once you reframe that, I mean, one of my biggest failures was just down the street at the US Open a long time ago in 1999. I was just a kid. I just turned 19, but that failure fueled me to, finally become the champion I wanted to be. And it was just a moment, literally. You can't take it to heart.
Because 7 Grand Slam titles later, and 4 gold medals and all that. Your autoimmune disorder diagnosis, how did that propel you in writing this book as well? What is it that you wanted to share about that?
Absolutely. I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease called Sjogren's syndrome in 2011, and we had a chance to talk about it actually back then too. I remember. And it was a whole other thing for me, right? Because I've spent my whole life just pushing myself, and if you work hard enough, you'll get what you want. Guess what? Now all that's out the window. So I had to learn to overcome fear, because there's so much fear when you don't know what you can achieve and it's out of your control. And how do you handle fear, and how do you reframe it? How do you think about what you can achieve and not what you can't? Because there were a lot of things I couldn't do, and not focusing on that and focusing on what I could contribute that day. And it wasn't always easy. Sometimes it's a day-by-day thing of reminding myself that every day. And I think it made me stronger and better. And, opened new ways of thinking for me. So it's kind of like we don't ask for less challenges, we ask for more skills.
Ooh, say that again.
Yeah.
I love that.
Actually, I got that from my teacher in dance class when I used to take hip hop, and he would say, we don't ask for less challenges, we ask for more skills. And I was like, yeah, let me get that skill,
That could be the title of your next book.
Exactly.
Yeah. What do you want somebody picking up this book, your book, Strive? What do you want them to come away with?
I love seeing people do well, feel well, be well. I think one of the hardest things is see the people you love around you, or even people you don't know, suffering mentally, physically, emotionally, especially when it's decisions that you could make to prevent that. So just want to see people thrive. And that's my biggest goal. And to, someone maybe to come up to me and say, I applied the 3 E's, or, I appreciated something in my life, which is one of the tenets of Strive, just to appreciate everything in your life, your diet, yourself, your family, the things around you, or to observe yourself, or to balance your life and take those different steps and apply it in small ways until it becomes like second nature. You're just doing it.
And it really is like a handbook, I gotta say, because you're stressing 8 can seem intimidating, but the way you break it down is really very brilliant. Well,
thank you so much.
Maybe you send your yay high. Look at you all grown up like that.
Right?
Very happy for you, very proud of you.
Thank you.
And thank you for sharing this, because Venus Williams Strive hits bookshelves everywhere tomorrow, but she's here with us today. Wow.
Now, with the 58th Annual CMA Awards, just moments ago, the Country Music Association revealed their nominees for the ceremony, and Ginger is here to tell us all about country music's biggest night.
Oh, we're always loving the CMAs,
Oh,
so thank you, Rebecca. You can hear one of the nominees right there. Chris Stapleton, nominated 5 times, including for his song White Horse, up for Single of the Year. An astonishing 30 artists are receiving their first ever CMA Award nomination, including Post Malone, making his country music debut with 4 nods, including Single of the Year and Music Video of the Year for his hit, I Had Some Help. Competing with him for Single of the Year, rapper and record producer Shabuzi for his chart-topping hit, A Bar Song. The 29-year-old also nominated for New Artist of the Year at this year's ceremony. So a lot going on there. Also, some of your favorite stars are going head-to-head in the Male and Female Vocalist of the Year categories, including Kelsey Ballerini, Ashley McBride, Megan Maroney, Casey Musgraves, and Lainey Wilson. And for the men, we've got Luke Combs, Cody Johnson, Chris Stapleton, Morgan Wallen, and Jelly Roll. Speaking of Jelly Roll, nominated 3 times in all, including for his album Whitsit Chapel, which features this #1 hit, Need a Favor. Also competing for the night's highest honor, CMA Entertainer of the Year, Luke Combs, Jelly Roll, Chris Stapleton, Morgan Wallen, and last year's winner, back for round 2, Lainey Wilson. And that's just the beginning. For the full list of nominees, you can head to goodmorningamerica.com. The 58th Annual CMA Awards are live on Wednesday, November 20th, right here on ABC. So we're excited.
Okay.
Ready for it.
Very excited.
Monday Night Football returns tonight. That also means ManningCast is back for its 4th season with Eli and Peyton Manning. Give us their take on the games. Eli Manning joins us now. Good morning, Eli. How's it going?
Oh, good morning. Thanks for having me on.
You guys went all out when you announced the ManningCast special. We want to show everyone a look at ManningCast the musical.
When you're sitting on your couch and it's Monday night and you can't find the remote, you search with all your might. The TV's stuck on ESPN2 and you're thinking, what is this awful sight? It's the ManningCast. Now football fans unite.
Who knew you guys could sing too? How did you come up with this idea?
Well, just trying to get everybody excited for Monday Night Football and our version of how we watch football. And basically, I sit on my couch and I get to make fun of Peyton a little bit. And we have a lot of guests come on. We have a lot of cameos
coming on,
for the
right?
musical right there. Yeah, Roberts, your own very own GMA's Robin Roberts was in the cameo for the Manning cast right there. And so. It's we're excited for football season, and we wanted to show we have other talents and just talking about football.
Well, you do have the voice of an angel, I must say. You also scored Bill Belichick for this season, which is a huge win.
Yeah, definitely. We're excited to have Coach Belichick on every week. He's going to come on for a little bit, and no one knows the game of football more than him. Peyton and I like to talk about the offensive side. We need to, bring in somebody on the defensive side. And with him, taking this year off, we're excited to get his insights on everything going on. And he's going to be a great addition to the show.
Adam Schefter of ESPN reported that Belichick might be coming back to coaching. What do you make of that?
Hey, I think he definitely will go back to coaching. He's too good of a coach not to be involved. You can see he's still studying the game. He's watching all the film of everybody. So he's so insightful. When he talks about anything related to football, everybody listens because it's going to be something that you're going to learn. You're going to learn something new. He knows the game so well on both sides of the ball. So I think his passion is still there, his drive and his knowledge. So I think he will definitely get back in the game and be a great coach again.
There's going to be a lot of eyes on tonight's game. Aaron Rodgers is back on the field for the Jets versus the 49ers. What are you expecting?
Well, it should be a great game, and obviously you have the 49ers that were in the Super Bowl last year, and you have the Jets that want to get to the Super Bowl this year, and they think they can do that with a healthy Aaron Rodgers. We had them last year in the first Monday night game of the season. Did not go well for the Jets and Aaron Rodgers, only 4 plays and had the injury. So I know he's excited to get back. The team's excited, and they feel they can be an explosive offense to go with their already really strong defense. So, hey, I'm excited to see him also. I want to see him out there in the Jets uniform and this new offense and Garrett Wilson and all the weapons that he has, and hopefully he can stay healthy and perform at the level he expects to. 2 big rule changes in the NFL this year. Walk everyone through what they are and what they mean. All right, so one is this hip tackle, which is a way of tackling where you kind of, go from behind, you leave your feet, you wrap around and you land on the back of the runner's legs, and it was just creating a lot of injuries. And the NFL is all about we want to keep these great players on the field. We want to keep them healthy. You can't afford to have a style of tackling or hitting that's going to create injuries. And it was just the numbers show that when you have this type of tackle, it is a great chance that a player is going to get injured. So they eliminated that, which is good. And then the kickoff rules, same thing, kind of just trying to prevent injuries. Instead of having guys running from 30 yards away and hitting each other, starting a little closer where you're not having those great hits right away on every play. And then a better chance if the ball is returned to have some longer kickoffs and some returns. There was a kickoff return yesterday for a touchdown. So it's just all about safety. You still want to create great plays and opportunities, but if there's something that's not affecting the game, it's not going to make it slower, it's not going to make it less physical or less exciting, but it's going to keep guys on the field and keep them healthy. That's what it's all about. Sure is. Okay, Eli, thanks for coming in this morning. You all can see the ManningCast on Monday Night Football returns tonight at 8 Eastern on ESPN2. And coming up next, a big announcement from the Professional Women's Hockey League that's only on GMA.
We're back now with an exclusive reveal from professional women's ice hockey getting set for its 2nd season. We're joined now by the Senior Vice President of Business Operations for the PWHL, Amy Scheer. Good to see you again. It's been a minute, I should say.
It's been a minute, but thanks for having us.
So tell us about the growth through the first season.
Yeah, our inaugural season was one for the history books.
Mm-hmm.
We shot out of a cannon. Our fans showed up in droves. We played all year to sold-out arenas. We broke the global women's attendance record, over 21,000 for women's ice hockey. Before we even dropped our first puck, our corporate partners lined up to join us. Merchandise has come in and gone out. Our fans, we can't keep up with their demand. And I think the most important thing is that young girls now more than ever are playing ice hockey. Girls playing has grown over 40% participation-wise over the last 10 years. So our sport is in good hands.
It's in great hands because you have people like, okay, we're going to bring out right now because you are going to announce here the 6 logos and the names for the teams, because they didn't have this. This is big.
This is big.
The names and the logos, and who better to do it than the captain from the Boston team, Hillary Knight. Come on out, Hillary. I'm telling you, this is one of the most decorated hockey players in the world. So, Hillary, you got to show us what you got.
All right,
okay?
Here we go.
Oh! Look at there. Come on over here, Hillary.
Yeah, we've got the Boston Fleet, the Minnesota Frost, Montreal Victoire, We've got the Ottawa Charge, the New York Sirens, and the Toronto Scepters.
Oh my gosh, come up here, come up here.
All right.
Hey, Hillary.
You brought you a little
Oh,
present.
I love the shoes though. Can you bring me, what size are those? Those are great.
Yeah.
What do you have here? Own the
Varsity
ice.
jacket. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
With all the team logos on the side.
Hillary,
The sleeves.
this is really cool. May I put it on?
Absolutely.
Oh, this is sweet. This is
Yeah,
sweet.
own the jacket.
So I gotta say, we were just hearing from Amy. It's really nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it's one of the fastest growing youth sports for girls. Hockey. What is it? What's going on? It's not a movement. It is a movement, isn't it?
Truly is a movement, and it's so exciting to be a part of it. Obviously, we've been a part of it since a young age, getting out there on the ice, learning how to skate, but now to see just the growth at the professional level all the way down to the grassroots level, it's ecstatic, and it's a dream come true.
Yeah, and this is a dream come true for a lot of folks to see this. So the fans, they took part, right, Amy?
Yeah. The fans from day one told us they wanted conventional team names and had the fortunate place to visit all of the arenas multiple times and talk to our fans one-on-one. They told us a few things. Names need to be bold. Names need to be confident. Names need to be strong. You better make sure that they tie back to the city and the state. We want pride of place. And so we hope that we did that through these names, and now cannot wait to see the fans bring these names to life.
I got to say, your fans are not shy.
They are not.
They are not, and that's why we love them.
I know, that's why
Yes.
we love them. Bring. So what can we expect in season 2?
Fast, highly skilled, super competitive, extremely physical. We have the best product on ice, and we are the global stop for amazing hockey. So I'm really excited for Puck Drop.
You have been around sports for a number of years. I mean, what makes this different?
It's just, again, we're part of a movement that's happening now. I've never seen a league get adopted at this rate. But I also think from a player perspective, our players are accessible to our fans. And so while our fans show up and cheer them on, there's this great connection and bond that they've developed with our fans. They take the time to sign autographs, to take selfies. And so there's this wonderful connection. And I think it shows. It shows with the fans the way they participate and cheer the team on. But it shows how much our players care.
I know they care because you gave me this. Thank you so much.
We can't wait to see you in the stands.
You will see my face in the place. I guarantee you that, Hillary. I told you my goddaughter's 16, big hockey player. She loves it. She loves it.
Close to you in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
So we've got a fan.
Hillary, Amy, way to go. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
The Puck drops on season 2 of the PWHL later this year. Got to stay tuned. Finally got a Letterman's jacket.
Looks good.
Have a great day, everybody.